With the ongoing theme of the season event, the best attackers are coming out and they are more dangerous than ever. Therefore, it is time for you to learn how to stop them. With today's video, we are going to give you 3 strong defending tips which will secure your backyard. Let us start with the defensive decisions depending on the opponent's ball contacts. While the opponent is dribbling, every single touch on the ball indicates what the opponent might do within his next moves. So there are a couple of things you need to do before going for an aggressive defensive move. First off, observe. Watch the opponent's movement, try to analyze what he's doing, and in the meanwhile get yourself into a good position. If you get yourself into a good spot, remain in front of the opponent on your feet, then look out for the best opportunity to go for a tackle. You can remain in front of the opponent by using the jockey and fast jockey mechanics by pressing the L2 button. By holding onto the L2 button alone, you make your player go into a defensive stance that will slow him down but makes his defensive presence much bigger to recover the ball, which we call jockey. Combined with the R2 button, you can go faster while remaining in this jockey stance that will allow you to cover wider spaces in shorter times, which we call the fast jockey. So in this position, the pass is coming towards the attacker. He has a teammate coming up on the left side and he can actually play the ball towards there, or he can try to get past me with his currently selected player. Multiple opportunities in a single moment. This is where I have to see what he's doing in his next move, which will be visible with his next touch on the ball. Either way, I have to get my selected player in a good spot, so I jockey towards his running lane. After seeing his touch on the ball, which indicates he will sprint forward, I don't hesitate and go for an aggressive tackle towards him to retrieve the ball. Identifying the true intention of the opponent will let you go for the appropriate challenge. So whenever you see the opponent commits to an idea, don't hesitate to answer it with a defensive move of your own. Another important decision is not to get stuck on a single player while defending. The opponent can outplay you for the moment and you can easily lose the advantage with one of your defenders. This is where you have to use a player switching mechanic, either with the L1 or the right analog stick, and then switch to a player who can defend the next move of the opponent. Analyzing the opponent and defending specific meta mechanics is crucial. Therefore, we have the Team of the Season meta course on the Guide Plus, which contains in-depth tutorials that will take your game one step ahead. Check the links in the description and improve instantly. After learning how to watch the opponent's touches on the ball, you can use special methods to deny the opponent and recover the ball. With FC24, a new defending option was introduced, which you can enable in your settings that is called the Advanced Defending. With this option, you are now able to use your X button in your defense to get more physical against the attacker. It is really important that you don't hold on to your X button and use it with the correct timing for the most optimal challenge. You have to be slightly in front of the opponent and you need an opportunity to get yourself between the ball and the attacker. Walking towards the running lane and then pressing the X button will exactly do that. How you position yourself is extremely important. Make sure you're close enough to the opponent and have a direct physical challenge opportunity before executing this mechanic. Here in this example, I see the opponent is making his way towards the upper side. The important thing here is to get close to him by using the sprinting button, and just as I get close to him, I hold on to the X button and try to charge him physically. He recovers from it at the first side and continues with the dribbling. That is why I let go of the X button, but after a second touch on the ball, I hold on to the X button a second time again, which completely takes the attacker out of the picture. Last but definitely not the least, sliding tackles. In my opinion, they're so underrated, and if you know what you're doing with them, you can win the ball in extreme situations. Before getting into the tricky part, I must warn you, using sliding tackles randomly isn't the right way. Sliding from behind or not having the best angle towards the ball will mostly fail you and you will end up receiving an unnecessary card. The way I use sliding tackles is simple. I look out for the opportunities where the opponent overcommits to running. There's a specific rule. Make sure to stand your ground first and position yourself good. Once you realize that the opponent is overcommitting towards one opportunity, then you can rapidly change your approach and go in for a slide tackle. Sliding is a much more aggressive move, therefore you need to point out the direction exactly at the ball. Playstyle Plus could make a slight difference as it allows you to go for a way faster animation. In this example, I try to catch the opponent from the behind. However, if I slide early, I won't make it. The opponent will either get rid of me or I will foul him. So I need to run and get on the same level. After getting on the same level and seeing him not changing the direction, I point out the ball and press the square button, which not only allows me to deny the opponent, but also recover the ball and start my own attack. Pretty strong, isn't it? So, are you ready to become a shield wall with these methods in your defense? Heads up, we also have another video which contains 3 secret methods for the offensive part that will completely bust the opponents, which also appears on your screen right now. Click it to learn all of them instantly. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next one, take care and peace.